Alright, hello folks, and welcome to Tabletop Tuesday. I'm gonna turn down the music from here more. It's supposed to be in the background. Alright, doing the board game under my bed. You know, I still have a copy of Dune, the board game, under my bed I got for free, and after it turned up damage a while back. Aww! The Dune board game is awesome though. Dune is a beautiful property. Alright. Before we get into too much discussion in tabletop, we got a couple announcements to get through. Once we get the announcements done, then I'll get into the meat and potatoes of the topic today. Alright. Now, if the music's too loud or anything, everybody, and you can't hear me too well, by all means, let me know. I'll correct it. Alright? Alright, so we'll keep that in mind. Alright, so with that being said, it's a smidgen too loud? Okay, we'll try turning it down just a moment. How's that? That good? That should be fine. That good? We're good? We should be good, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, cool. Alright, so the announcement number one. Our sponsor for the foreseeable future, Shocked by Gaming Servers. They do a variety of gaming servers. They host Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolve, Rust, and Valheim. They're currently working on Arma 3 and Hytale. They say they'll have that out soon. They start at $2.50 a month. That's US dollars. Check them out. If you use the link in the little doobly-doo down below, it helps us out. So check it out. Alright, awesome. Announcement number two. If you wish to help support our channel and grow our community, check us out on Patreon. You can donate bits here on Twitch or subscribe to us on Twitch. You can like, share, subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Join our little community on Facebook. All the links should be also down below. Check that out as well. And that is that for the announcements. Those are done and over with. Okay. Critical fail roll. Did I fail that?
Fingertips on the one side goes off on the thumb on the other hand.
I tried. Hey, I'm trying to get my little few announcements out of the way. Getting done and over with. Alright, with that being said. Alright, so the topic at hand today is, we're talking about World of Darkness. We're finishing up our World of Darkness discussion from last week because we're going back into emo land. And, oh god, emo land is a terrifying place, alright? Now, I will say World of Darkness is not the originator of the Grim Dark universe.
So he's getting a sock on the one hand.
But,
And he gets to use that hand.
and I will say, I'll preface this with a but, it is not... It damn well tries to do its best to make you think it was the originator of emo grimdark. Alright. If you want an idea of how Cowboy Coffee. Welcome, Cowboy Grim. If you want an idea of what like World of Darkness is like, the best way to describe it is if you ever watched the movie The Crow, that's a good example. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a good example. Trying to think of other good shows or movies. Supernatural is a more modern example. This is where I heard I could get a mill and gill. I can teach you where you can make a million and gill. That is something I can teach. If that is something you wish to learn. If you want to learn how to make a million gill, I can teach you how to do that. And you don't have to be a crafter. You do not have to be a crafter or a gatherer to make a million and gill. you can do so by murdering your way to the money. That is a way to do it. But last week we didn't get a chance to talk about Hunter, Changeling, Mage, or Geist. Alright, those 4 groups. And we were discussing, by the way, Old WoD versus New WoD and the screwed up things between the two. And how messed up they were. Alright? So let's talk about Old Hunter. Alright? And how fucky-wucky this shit was. Alright? Now, when I talked about Vampire last week and how really, really fucking Christian it was, oh, Vampire got nothing on Old Hunter.
It's officially out from his right ear.
Oh, Daniel's tube came out of his ear. Cool. My son's tube finally came out of his ear. One of them, yay. One of the tubes came out of his ear. Hurrah. Drink for all. Alright. By the way, the little thing in the bottom right corner here, I'm trying to point to it. That thing. That is my notes. So if you're wondering what the hell is on my screen, it's just notes. Yeah, it's like, woo! Yeah. He's getting better to normal ears. Alright.
If we don't have to do it again.
If we don't have to do it again.
Chances are...
God, I hope not. So,
he's your kid.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so Old WoD Hunter, and Anne's learning about this, because she didn't have to experience Old WoD Hunter. Thankfully. Old WoD Hunter is, you have been marked by God, and you have to fucking kill anything that isn't human. I shit you not. If you have ever seen the movie Van Helsing, or the anime Van Helsing, you're not far off.
Do you know where my knife went?
No.
I'm not using my fabric shears on boxes.
I don't know where your knife went. But unlike the anime, you're not a badass vampire. You're the little dudes getting slaughtered.
You're the humies.
You're the humies, except you. But unlike the normal dudes who worked for the Van Helsing organization, you're the other guys. You're the Catholic Church. You're you're Anderson and his buds. You know, the crazy guy with the knives.
Literally.
What anime is that Helsing? It's the name of the anime is called Van Helsing. Or Helsing. It's just Helsing is the anime.
There's a movie called Van Helsing.
There's a movie called Van Helsing, and then there's an anime called Helsing. If you want a better version of Helsing, look up Helsing Ultimate Abridged. It is straight up hilarious shit. It's like, I think, 10 episodes? I think it's like 10 episodes, and it's just downright pants-pissing hilarious. They keep to the story fairly well, but they rewrite a lot of shit. Like, lines-wise. And you can find it on YouTube. It's definitely worth watching. If I didn't get DCMA to, like, the ground, I would watch it on stream. It is, hands down, funny as fuck. Yeah, no. The Helsing, you got the right movie with Hugh Jackman. Great actor, bad movie. This is what we're talking about with Hunter the Reckoning. You're Hugh Jackman's character. You're blessed by God to kill shit. Alright? That is Old WoD Hunter. Alright? And you have one of 3 virtues that you're supposed to kill shit with. You're either supposed to be merciful, full of zeal, you're a zealot, or you've been given a vision by God. It's one of the 3. It is completely batshit crazy Christian hell. Like,
True.
Oh my God.
You were the Inquisition.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like, I thought I was on a mission from God to put on a blues concert to save an orphanage. That would be a better option than the shit White Wolf gave us with this fucking game. Because, like, if you wanted to have, like, a revenge story, like, vampires killed my family and I'm out to kill all the vampires, this game goes, fuck you, buddy. You are basically have to be marked by God to do that. Nah. Alright? That's old Wad Hunter. New Wad Hunter decides to go, you know what? Take all the Christian shit, let's put that to the side and make that only one group. Alright? And that was the Malleus Maleficarum. That is one group of hunters. Then let's throw in...
And they aren't even overly Christian. You don't have to be Christian to be a Malleus
Maleficarum. Yeah, then they added a bunch of other fun groups. Alright? They created 3 tiers of dudes. Tier 1 is dudes with guns.
Redneck.
No, not even rednecks. Just dudes with guns and trucks. Like, your family just got killed, and you're like, fuck, there's weird shit running around.
Think sort of like the Supernatural Brothers.
Yeah, like
except a little less organized.
Yeah, the Supernatural Brothers, except no organization. Like, your family just got murdered. You gotta figure shit out. You're tier 1. Like, you just grab, like, Pa's shotgun out of the fucking closet, and you just kick down the door, and you're like, okay, there's a fucking vampire. Let's do this.
Whether they are good or evil.
Alright? That you're a dude. There's 0 organization. Alright? Tier 2 is there's some organization. An example of this is a group called the Union. Alright? They're like postal workers and like... When I say the Union, think unions. You're not far off. It's those dudes. They're not like huge organizations or something. It's just like little collective groups that have gotten together and said, hey, there are vampires, werewolves, and things that go bump in the night. Let's get our shit together and
Go deal with them.
Let's shoot them. You know, let's get some shit together. Get some bombs, get some flamethrowers, and go kill them. And all kinds of crazy stuff. And they're a little bit more restrictive. The higher the tier, the more restrictive the group is, but the more cool stuff you get from it. Tier 2 usually means you can call in some buds, and they'll come back you up. Tier 1 is you got no backup. But you could also do whatever you want, but you got no backup. Tier 3 is when the crazy fucky-wucky shit starts coming in. Alright? Tier 3 is the worldwide conspiracy level crazy shit comes in. Like, we're talking Illuminati shit. Alright? So we got the Malleus Maleficarum, which is the Catholic Church has decided to recruit you to basically kill shit. Have fun.
I thought the Malleus was... Or was that the demon... Isn't there a demon version that you're a child of Satan?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
The children of Satan is different.
But they do the same shit.
They do the same shit. Malleus Maleficarum is you've been blessed by the Catholic Church or been basically... Chosen by God or basically hired by the Catholic Church to go, hey, you, go kill things that aren't normally human. Okay, hydrate. Yes, I will drink. Go stab supernatural shit. Oh, by the way, we'll give you some cool supernatural relics, like, what was the name of, Hellboy. You know, like, if you watch the movie Hellboy, it's like, the little, he goes, oh yeah, this is the, one of the bones of Saint whatever, I think it was like Saint Peter or something. I think it's his pinky, he said. And he handed it to the guy who swims in the water. You get stuff like that. You get, like, little holy relics, and you can send them, you get to borrow them for a little while. It's like, it's cool. Alright? You also get blessings you can do on people, like, I bless you in the name of, you know, the Holy Spirit, and you can give people extra armor and shit, which is kind of neat.
Bunch of bullshit, but hey, it works.
Yeah, it's a bunch...
That's one of the weaker ones.
It's a bunch of really crazy shit, but it's kind of cool that you get it. It's like, hey, this is neat. You get some cool blessings. They're kind of a mixture of support and damage. It's kind of neat. Then you get the Lucifuge, which is what Anne just mentioned, which is, you are the child of Satan.
Literally. How many times removed, but yes.
Like, not the direct child of Satan, but like many generations down, but you are literally, have the blood of Satan pouring through your veins.
We had a friend play one of these characters in a mixed game. It was fun.
We had a mixed game at one point on Tabletop, which I'll explain my history through the games. Unless you have a misprint, then it's Santa. I am the child of Santa. Ho, ho, ho. I'm gonna summon fucking demons now. Wait, what? The Lucifuge get the ability to summon demons. They also get the ability to, like, call hellfire and all kinds of crazy devil shit. And they get to have fun with it. Like, they are very, very social, but they're also very, very neat with their powers. Nifty little fun fact with the Lucifuge, apparently there's only ever allowed to be 666 of them in the world at any one time. If one dies, another one apparently is born. Apparently, like, the universe keeps the number equal. Whatever that means. Weird shit. It's kind of weird. So that's the Lucifuge. Then you got the Chiron group, which is like, hey, there's all this weird supernatural stuff. Why don't we dissect them, cut them up, and put their parts into normal people and watch what happens to them for medical science? It's like someone basically took GLaDOS and decided to go, hey, let's put shit in people for science. You monsters. It is like, they are horrible medical doctors.
Dr. Mangala? Hello?
Yeah, these guys make Dr. Mangala and Kevorkian look like fucking cuddly teddy bears. Like, Jesus Christ.
Some of the shit Kevorkian did and Mangala
No, you have not read the crazy shit they've done in their book.
Han, you haven't read what some of the shit Kevorkian and Mangala did. Live vivisections were a thing. They literally dissected people and pregnant women alive.
Yeah. No.
That's what, and they aren't much worse, and that's about as heinous as you can get.
Okay.
Talking to someone who studied history, yes.
I get that, hon.
Heinous.
We're gonna agree to disagree on this part, because some of the things the Chiron group have done is really fucking heinous.
They got the ideas from literally the shit Mangala did.
Alright? It is bad.
I know.
Some of the cool things you can get if you join the Chiron group are like little bees that come out of your skin and attack people. You can get werewolf ligaments in your legs to run and jump faster. You can get a chip put into the back of your neck that houses the memories and skills of a historical slasher. So basically, you can have Jack the Ripper in your brain. Because that's not fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Yes, again, side effects are a thing.
Yeah. It's crazy fucky wucky shit. There's another group called Aegis Kaiduru. The best way to describe them, they're like Warehouse 13, the Librarians, the guys at the end of Indiana Jones. They basically just take a bunch of crazy fucking artifacts and just shove them in a big room and say nobody touches these anymore other than us. Because
these are not safe for humanity.
These aren't safe for the fucking world. Let's not use these.
These are bad juju.
Like, because some of the artifacts they have could literally end the fucking planet.
Several times over.
Like, these guys, basically, the best way to describe them, some of them are the SCP organization. They are, that's what they do. The other side of the SCP organization, by the way, are Task Force Valkyrie.
We're going to use these world-ending devices.
And that's also known as the Men in Black. They have lightning cannons, a serum that they inject in the back of your brain to make you forget shit.
They like to do that. It doesn't always work.
And by the way, if they inject it into your brain too many times, you get cancer.
And they know this.
And they know this. And then also the fun one, and the one that everybody always makes sure asks every Task Force Valkyrie agent to have in every mixed game, the Task Force Valkyrie party van.
Yes.
They call it the party van. It's literally a SUV with a 50 caliber Gatling gun that folds out of the top of the fucking thing. And you can replace the grill on the front. I didn't know you were the feds. You know, the Task Force Valkyrie is the super feds. They are the uber feds. These guys can command the feds.
Oh, and if you're lucky, you can get the one with the lightning cannon and hijack it from Task Force Valkyrie.
Yeah, that 50 caliber Gatling gun can be taken off and replaced with a lightning cannon. I'm not kidding. The Gatling gun goes away and gets replaced with a fucking lightning cannon. Which is like, oh hi, yeah, that little lightning gun that you could use to shock people and, you know, do a fair amount of damage and possibly kill someone 1, maybe 2 shots if you're unlucky. Yeah, you get a lightning cannon that will definitely kill multiple people in 1 shot and possibly destroy an Abrams A1 tank in a single shot. Because that's not scary. And then you can also put on the grill silver. Yeah, you can put silver spikes on the front of your grill just in case that pesky little werewolf gets in your way and you decide to hit it going 80 miles an hour.
In a vehicle that can take it.
In a vehicle that has about almost as much armor as the fucking tank. There's a reason why it's referred to often as the party van. Everyone loves it.
Unless you're up against it and then you hate it.
Now, mind you, it can carry up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. It carries up to 7 people in it. Comfortably.
3 werewolves.
Or 3 werewolves. If they're big.
3 of the big boys.
3 of the big boys.
Or you just leave one riding on top.
Yeah. We tested this in a mixed game. It was entertaining.
Uh-huh.
That was Task Force Valkyrie. And there's a few other minor groups that I cannot remember off the top of my head, but those are kind of the biggies. And that's the new WAD Hunter. When it comes to Hunter, I gotta say New WAD is much better written, and it's
a lot less risk-cutty.
And it's a lot more fun. Because it gives you a lot more options for backgrounds and origin stories that are more freeform other than you have been chosen by God.
And hell, even the Lucifuge, you can be born a Lucifuge and not have active powers until somebody dies.
Yeah.
You could be in your 20s before you figure out you're a Lucifuge.
That's true. You could literally, yeah, you could be almost in your 50s when your powers suddenly turn on. Because someone happened to die. That's kind of cool. I like that option. It's neat. New WAD Hunter gives you so many more character creation options.
It also doesn't depend on your age. Your parents could still be alive, and you could still be the one who gets the powers, and they don't.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat. That's Hunter. Alright? Then we get Changeling. Now, old WAD Changeling was actually a bright spot in World of Darkness. It was actually happy. It actually was. It depends on which court you were in. If you were in the Sealy court, you were happy. Your goal was to create happiness. Your goal was to be happy. I'm not kidding. That was the whole point. If you were in the Unsealy court, then your goal was to be unhappy and to be, not a happy person and cause darkness and all that jazz. It was weird. Because, like, for example, the Sealy court is death before dishonor. Love conquers all. You're supposed to create happiness and love. Beauty is life. Everything's supposed to be beautiful, and never forget a debt. You pay your debts. Alright? The Unsealy code is change is good, glamour is free, honor is a lie, and passion before duty. So it's like, you had these 2 parts of a whole, and they understood that. They didn't hate each other. They understood they were two parts of a whole, and they had to work together. And it was interesting, and there was like all these interesting parts that had to work together and form into this giant whole. And it was beautifully written. It was very well done. And I am sad that a lot of the old lore for Changeling is gone. It's one of the few things that I miss. New WoD Changeling. The Seelie and Unseelie courts are gone. They're now seasonal courts. You have spring, summer, fall, and winter, and each one has their own emotion to it. Spring is desire. Summer is anger. Fall is fear. And winter is sorrow. Alright? Notice I said spring is desire, not lust. Alright? A lot of people mistake that. Alright? You can desire food. You can desire art. You can desire beauty. You can desire a lot of things. You do not need to always desire boning. Christ.
It's actually kind of frowned upon.
You don't need to be a, cracked up chihuahua. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. I've run into so many players who are like, oh yeah, I'm going to play Spring Court, and literally bone anything that has a pulse. God damn it. Alright. New WoD Changeling. The problem with New WoD Changeling is where everything was supposed to be happy in Old WoD Changeling. New WoD Changeling is you are literally suffering from fucking PTSD. That is the main story. You were kidnapped at some point, tortured for a period of time.
An undetermined period of time.
And it's up to you and the storyteller to figure out how long that torture lasted. Alright? And then you escaped. Either through stealth or through literally running your ass off. Pick one.
Ran my ass off.
Yeah, in the mixed game, she played a Changeling. Alright? One or the other. And
typically it's a mix of both.
Depending on what you were when you were kidnapped, because the true fate turned you into some sort of fucky-wucky object. Or pet. You were forcibly changed. Now, when you were kidnapped, they left a copy of you behind. And that copy did some shit.
Typically ends up getting itself killed.
Sometimes gets itself killed, sometimes lives a nice, long, happy life. You don't know. If you ever meet yourself, it tries to kill you. Because, you're not me. Dead, 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 dead. Yeah.
Because it has a little chunk of your soul in it.
Yeah, it doesn't go well. For Changeling, I'm honestly tied for new and old WoD Changeling. It's kind of equal for me. They're about the same.
They both have their good,
they both have their good and their bad. That's just me. New and old WoD Mage, I'm really not going to go deep dive into this because I didn't play both of them that much. Other than they both were kind of equal to me. They're kind of cool. The whole thing about Mage is you are literally fucking with reality. Reality is your bitch. Every now and then, the bitch comes to find you and kick your ass.
Never have our friend Mike play reality or Paradox.
Every now and the paradox is what the bitch coming to find you and kicking your ass. If the bitch finds you and kicks your ass, she's gonna fuck you up. She's gonna fuck you up good. Alright? And the last one is Geist. Geist is the last one. Geist is new WoD, and what happened was you died. Somehow. Whether it was a violent death, poison, or you died in like the elements, or
somehow you ended up on the other
or some
side
random
of the
thing killed you, or like you got struck by lightning. Fuck it.
Somehow you ended up on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, you ended up on the other side of the fucking river of death. And you met an aspect of death. And that aspect of death looked at you and went, hey, life sucks. Things didn't go well for you. How about we make a deal? Alright? And he goes, I'll make a deal with you, and you get to live again, but in return, I get something in return. Alright? Sometimes that creature just wants to experience some things. Sometimes it wants you to kill someone in return. It wants something. All right.
DM's discretion.
It is the ST's discretion, whatever it is. Okay. You and the storyteller work it out. Okay. Sometimes it's gonna be something good. A lot of times it's not.
But it is gonna be funny as hell.
Oh yeah. And they get the ability to haunt shit. Alright?
Marionette is such a fun ability.
Like, Marionette's the ability that you can move objects. Alright? Or people, or whatever. It's crazy fucky wucky shit. Alright? And, oh my god. So Geists, their main shtick is dealing with ghosts and spirits. That's kind of what...
Take the crow, and then add some.
Yeah, like, the best movie example of the Geist is, she's right, The Crow. The Crow's the best example of a Geist. You died, and then you came back. Alright? That's your shtick. That's what you do. Alright? The best example, movie example of, say, Mage, is, it's a small-time movie. It's called The Covenant. That's a good example of Mage. Like, look up that. It's a decent movie. But that is the explanation of White Wolf. Now, with that being said, I'm going to explain some of my history with White Wolf and why I think it's not necessarily the best system out there. And the reason it's not because the system was written poorly. It's because there's a lot of baggage with the system that unfortunately comes from the type of player it attracts. And I hate saying that.
Because, let's be honest, to be brutally honest, it's a D10 system.
Yeah, it's a D10 system. It's not terrible.
You can do everything.
One player can do everything, which is bad, but it's not terrible. Alright. Tabletop, my experience with Tabletop with World of Darkness has been relatively good. Alright. I've been in 2 Tabletop games. Both of them have been, for the most part, positive experiences. I ran one, I played in another. The first one, I was a player, and it was fun. I had a good time. I played a werewolf, and I was this big, honking, tanky dude. And I relatively protected the group, and it was a mixed game, and it worked out. We had fun. It was a blast. Later on, I ran my own new WOD version. That was old WOD. I ran a new WOD version, and we had fun. Anne was in it. She was a changeling. We had my friend Candid Gamera. He was a mage. We had my friend Mike. He was changeling. My friend Dalton was a Lucifuge. And we had a few other players. Yeah.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Son was a vampire.
Mark was a vampire. His son was a vampire. Sarah was
Task Force Valkyrie.
Task Force Valkyrie.
I think so.
I think she was Task Force Valkyrie.
I don't remember.
I remember Varen was in it, and she was Task Force Valkyrie. She was Agent Teacup. I'm trying to remember what else.
We had a bunch of people in it.
We had like 10, 11 people in it. It was a big game, but we had a giant friggin' table. So like we had a blast with it. It was my live action role play experience, or LARPs, that I had a lot of negative experiences in. Alright? So my first experience with World of Darkness was actually a LARP. And that was Theater of Darkness here in Morgantown. The guy that ran it was named Chaz. And he didn't do a bad job. But I didn't know much about the system, and I wasn't exactly given a lot of help building my character. I was kind of thrown the book, given the basic rules, and thrown to the wolves and said, here you go. Here you go. You're probably going to die. Bye. And that was it. He's like, fuck you. You're probably going to die. Have a nice day. And I was like, okay, it's probably that brutal of a system. That's cool. I'll deal with it. I will admit, my first character, I overacted. I will admit that. I really overacted him. And I dealt with it, and it was what it was. And I was like, okay. So, I was just like, okay, I fucked up. It happens. I made a second character. Everything went okay. but it wasn't terrible. Then I moved up to Pittsburgh for schooling. All right. And I got involved in what's called a Cam USA game. Now, when I explained vampires, there was the Sabbat and the Camarilla. Those were the two factions. In Theater of Darkness, they played Sabbat. And in Cam USA, they played Camarilla. So I was like, okay. So I made a Camarilla character using their rules. And I sat down with this guy named, I think it was Tristan or Travis, or it was some T name. He was a little shorter than me, beard, glasses, very friendly. He actually sat down and showed me how to make a character and helped me avoid some of the pitfalls. So I made a gangrel, and I had a lot of fun with this. And he explained how to make a good character, how to play a good character. And I had a blast with it.
He took you under his wing.
And he also showed me, or explained to me, why there wasn't a Cam USA game in Morgantown when there used to be one. And it was because they kept playing their Camarilla like Sabbat. And that was a big problem. And I was like, okay, well, this is how they're running their Sabbat game. And they go, oh, okay, so they're playing their Sabbat like Camarilla, almost. It's like a mix of the two. And I'm like, oh, this is a problem. And they're like, yeah, this is a big problem. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no, this is not good. Oh, I forgot to change my tags before streaming. Whoops. I'm still saying I'm playing 14 in my tags. My apologies. I forgot to fix that. I'm so sorry. Can I fix that? Yep. Let me change this to just chat. Can I do that to just chatting and done? Will let me do that? Yeah, I can update that to just chatting. Okay, but it won't let me change. Oh, there it goes. Educational. LGBTQA. Role play. And I'll do that. There we go. I fixed that. Okay, cool. Fixed that problem. That problem solved. My apologies. Alright, so I dealt with that, and I found out that like things were running a little weird in Morgantown, and I was like, okay, that's fine. It is what it is. And I got to experience the Pittsburgh game for over a year. And that was entertaining. I was like, this is cool. I'm enjoying this. Then I moved away from Pittsburgh. I got to experience a few select games here and there. Like, I got to experience Amp Guard in Ohio, and I got to experience Cam USA games, like one in New York a little bit for a little while, and then one here and there across the country, and I got to experience it in a few states selectively, just to get an idea of like what's going on. Then I came back to Morgantown, where there wasn't a Cam USA game. And I was like, okay, I'll just join whatever game is here, and I'll get used to it again. Well, Theater of Darkness was gone when I came back. And it was, I think it was One World by Night or something like that. So I joined that, and it wasn't terrible. It was a mixed game. I came in as a vampire, as a gangrel, again, because I really liked the clan. And I didn't get along with the other vampires. I ended up getting along more with the werewolves as a vampire than I did with the other vampires.
That's a problem.
Which was funny, but I still enjoyed the game. I had fun with it. I was like, this is fine. Eventually, I moved out of the area again, because that's where my life took me. And when I came back to the area, the game was gone, and in place was a mage game. I played that, and the game was not good. There was a big problem with favoritism, and the guy running the game had what's called a DMPC, or a storyteller player character, and he favoritismed his own character real bad, and he had a giant boner for Dante from Devil May Cry, and that's what he based his character on. This character could get away with everything. It was so bad. He was like running up walls and doing all kinds of crazy stunts, and everybody else was just a spectacle for the character. I got a little bit of favoritism because I was his friend at the time, and I didn't like it. I was like, this is not no cool. I ended up leaving, and I was like, that's fine. Then later on, we ran into a new set of games. It was run by a pair of gentlemen, and I'll refer to them as C and S. And I heard that these two gentlemen had somewhat of a relationship. I don't know if they were dating. I don't know if they were
just real good buddies.
Yeah. I don't know if they're really good buddies. I don't know what exactly was going on with their situation. But they were like really good friends, if not best friends. And they really showed favoritism to each other. Like, by a lot. And it was just like, this was not acceptable. Because, like, every time anybody else tried doing anything, they were either killed, bad things happened to them, or they were ignored. And this wasn't cool. Like, this is no bueno. Like, no bueno at all. And they ran a vampire game. They ran a hunter game. And they ran, what else? I think they ran several vampire games. Eventually, one of the vampire games, Anne joined. Alright? And she played what was called a caitiff, which is a non-desirable vampire. Because they're so thin-blooded, they're supposed to be a sign of the apocalypse, essentially.
I thought it would be funny, given my backstory.
She thought it would be fine, depending on her backstory, and she worked it out with the guy running the game.
And he agreed it was cool.
And he agreed it was fine. It was not C or S. But C or S was friends with this guy. Basically, metagaming occurred, and there was
no... I was being...
Yeah, like, it was like, what, within 2 hours of the game starting?
Within an hour, I was catching crap.
Yeah, within an hour, she was catching crap.
There was also one of the only women there. That wasn't somebody's direct girlfriend of that group.
Yeah, she was a woman there that wasn't directly dating someone. But it was like...
Within 2 hours, I walked
Hi,
away.
are you able to put your leg behind your head? Why would you ask that?
That's obscenely rude.
Dara, why would you ask that? Okay. I mean, I can't put my leg behind my head. I'm not that flexible.
That shit ain't happening with
Yeah,
me.
you can just delete the message, hon. That is, I would say that's not an acceptable message. That's okay. There should be an option to delete the message. That's okay. Alright, whatever, we'll just ignore it. So, like, within an hour or two, she was already getting crap. And it was...
By the time we hit 2.5 hours, I walked away.
Yeah, then there was, like, a lot of violence in game, like, in the game, not actual violence. And holy crap, did it get crazy. Like, people were... Like, I don't understand how they were able to find out what she was without any tests, without any abilities being used. None of that happened. Because they would have to throw contesting tests with her. And it never happened. And so basically they metagamed it. And then tried to kill her off. And then my character tried to step in and try to keep it from happening. And they tried to kill me too. And then after that we're like, no, we're done with this game. Bye. The very next game that I got involved in, she didn't even show up for. CNS were running the game. And they made the comment that was like, hey, we want to run this game, but if you want to have anything on your character sheet, you have to own the book. This was a period of time where I didn't have a lot of money in my pocket. And I couldn't afford these books, and these books were like $40 a book. And I was like, nah, I can't do that. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just stick with the base book, and that'll be fine. And I was like, and then they're like, someone made a comment and they asked a question. And I went, hey, what about items? And they're like, if you have an item, you have to have the book that has the item. And I'm like, okay, so I avoid any crazy items. And then they made the comment. Then the person followed up with the question and goes, what if you give us that item? And they go, well, you still need to have the book if we give you the item. And at that point, I was like, nope. I know exactly where this is going. As soon as they don't like you or your character, they're going to give you an item from a book you don't have, and then
you can't get.
And then demand you go out and buy that book. Which is like, I can't afford to go out and just drop 40, 50 bucks on a book on a whim. That ain't going to happen. And then as soon as if I were able to do that, the very next week they would do it again. They'd go, oh, here's another new item. Buy the next book until you own every single book in this game. Like we do. And I'm like,
Sorry.
I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing this.
You came home that day pissed.
Oh, I came home fucking livid. I was done with that shit.
We didn't play WoW again for a while after that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they wouldn't let you have PDF books. Like, I couldn't have the books, like, on my phone. Like, if I downloaded all the books and put them on my phone, I wasn't allowed to do that. Even though there's no way in hell every book was going to fit on this phone. Like, there are a ton of WAD books. Like, give me a second. I could show you how many WAD books there are. It is insane. Because I have the PDFs. I keep a PDF of all the books. And I don't even have them all.
What's the library that all those books out of?
The Trove. The Trove. Alright. So give me a second. I'll go to in-game and I'm going to turn on display. Alright. So here, I'll put this on extra large icons. Here's all the folders. Alright. Alright. Here are all the Changeling books. So we have, for Changeling, there are 11 books for Changeling. 11. Alright. They were doing Vampire. Alright. There are 34 books for Vampire. Let me repeat that. There are 34 fucking books for Vampire.
As of the last time you checked.
Sorry, not 34. 33. One of them's the storyteller screen. My apologies. There are 33 books for Vampire. 33. 33 books. Each one of those books cost at least $40. At the time.
Good luck carrying all of them.
So that means in order to play the game that they wanted you to play, and that's just the Vampire books. Alright?
They took shit out of other books.
Because that's not the core game. Because the core game is the World of Darkness game. Alright, so let me remove... let's see. Storyteller screen. Is there anything else in here that needs to be removed? I don't think so. Yeah. That's another 29. Okay, so 33 plus 29. Plus 29 times 40. Alright. There are 29 more books in the base game. So 33 plus 29. There are 62 books you needed to have all the books just to play the Vampire game for their game. So that is $2,480 roughly to play their game.
Nope.
I could fucking play Warhammer 40k and own 2 armies for that cost. I could own a full Orc army and a full Imperial Guard army for that cost. That's fucking insane. No, I picked those two armies because, like, they're the largest armies with the largest amount of models. They're not my armies of choice, but I'm using those as examples. It's just like...
You like the blue Smurfs.
No, I don't even like the... yeah, I like the... I'm more of a Tau and a... I do Tau, Imperial Guard, and Necrons myself. Those are the three I do. But it was just like, what's the point? Why do I even bother to playing that game if they're gonna do that? Like, what was the point? Like, that much money, $2,480 to play in a game. Yeah, it was just like, holy shit, dude. My mind was blown.
Systems tend to bring out either the best or the absolute worst in people.
I agree with that, Ann. D10 systems do bring out either the best or the worst in people. It really is the case. It was just, oh my god, that just blew my mind. I was just like, holy shit. Even to this day, I'm still like, mind boggled.
It aggravates us when we bring it up.
Yeah, it still aggravates me and blows my mind. I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Like, how do you think that is an acceptable number? I don't get it. And I know that if they watch this video or watch this live stream, if those guys ever watched,
catch a bunch of hate for this.
like ever watched it, they would tell me that they wouldn't require me to buy every book. I guarantee you. They'd be like, oh, all you need is the core book. All you would need is just the core stuff. You'd be fine.
Bullshit.
And I know better. Like, in their Hunter game, this was the worst part. In their Hunter game, I saw this happen. Alright? And there are people who played in their Hunter game that watched this happen. S ran the game. Alright? No, not S ran the game. C ran the game. C ran the game, S was a player. Alright? Whenever C was running the game, S was the player. S had a chip in the back of his head that was the, you had a psycho in your head. Anytime he wanted to do something, that's what we did. If he didn't want to do it, we didn't fucking do it. We got to sit there and twiddle our fucking thumbs. Everyone else did. And he was very antisocial, even outside of game. So usually he would bring 1 to maybe 3 people with him at most, unless it was a mass combat situation that he needed the bodies to do the fighting. So basically, you better be playing a combat character, because otherwise you are worthless and you are going to sit there and do nothing the whole game. There were games where me and like almost 10 other people sat there and just bullshitted the whole game. Just hung out like we're friends. And that was it. We didn't even get to be in character. And that's a problem. But their Hunter game started with almost 20 people. Their Hunter game ended with 6. Alright, you go from 20 players to 6.
In what? Less than a month?
No, a year. They go from 20 to 6 in a year.
They had people show up and try and leave, though, too.
They did have people, new players, show up, try for a little while, and then leave. There were like dips and spikes that went up and down, but in the end, it went from 20 to 6. And then eventually it died. Because nobody wanted to play with S&C. They got tired of it. It got old really fucking quick. And it is what it is. But, I mean, that is what it is. I wish I could put in here, like, a little tag of World of Darkness. Just to see if, like, anybody else here in the audience has played the game. Because I would love to hear everyone else's stories on what they've experienced in this kind of game. Because it's modern horror. And it's...
I had so much fun with it.
Like, Anne had a blast with it when we did it in Tabletop.
Oh yeah, I love playing a Changeling.
She had...
I still hate what you made my character do at the end.
You want to come closer so they can hear you?
I'm comfy, goddammit!
Yeah. But no, she had a blast with Changeling. She was a combat Changeling, but she didn't want to fight everything. We had a mage that was able to see through walls, but he wasn't overpowered. Our Lucifuge was able to talk down all kinds of things, but he wasn't overpowered. Like, we had a team that worked together as a team.
We didn't overpower each other because we all kind of stuck to our own shit.
And it worked beautifully. Our vampires, like, one almost never talked and just hit things whenever he felt like it. And the other one, like, whenever he talked, it was like the most zen shit ever.
Like, I won't be, it's on fire, except when it's on fire, I won't be afraid of it, because my Changeling had fire abilities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know, it's like, hey, it's on fire. Yeah, I'm not afraid of it anymore. Yeah, good for you, vampire. That's awesome.
That was a fun game, because it just, everybody played nice with each other.
I have been playing D&D since 94. I've been playing D&D since 94. I've been playing it consistently since 99. And that's also when I've been DMing. And I run a game... I DM on Fridays and Saturdays. I alternate which game I DM on Saturdays, because we have two games I switch between, so we don't get bored. And I play in a game on Sundays that my friend Mark runs. He's running Pathfinder Rise of the Rune Lords, where I am playing a ratfolk witch named Nar.
Who's temperamental.
He was very temperamental. He's like the crotchety old man. And he is racist against humans. Yes, someone said D&D. It's a tiger. Cell is in our games. She's in our Friday game, she is a monk. In Saturday game, that's pirate, she is our gunslinger warlock. In our other Saturday game, which is 5th Ed, because the pirate game is Pathfinder. In our 5th Ed game, she is a proper warlock. And in the Sunday game, Mark's game, she is a cleric of the dead, essentially. She's like not like a death cleric. She's more of like the gentle repose, like making sure the dead stay dead. Someone suggested Basic Fantasy, which one of those open source rules, which is a mishmash of 3rd edition, but stuff from the 80s. Pharasma. Yeah, that's right. You're a cleric of Pharasma. A lot of the 2nd ed stuff from the 80s does mesh over well to 3rd edition and 3.5. Someone did write a conversion book for 2nd ed to 3rd edition and 3.5. I'd highly recommend finding that book and using that to convert any 2nd ed material to 3.5. If you look for a website called The Trove, if you can find the name of the book, I guarantee you The Trove has it.
If they don't, they will soon.
Yeah, if they don't, they can have it very quickly if you tell them the name of the book. The Trove is an amazing website. Their historical archive of RPG books.
Pisses off RPG makers to no end.
Because they got sued by, I believe it was White Wolf that tried to sue them.
So.
I think White Wolf was the company that tried suing them for a copyright infringement, and they lost because the Trove got protections as a historical archive. And they keep a historical archive in PDF form of every RPG book they can get their hands on. And they ask that if they don't have a book and you have a physical copy of it, to please scan it in PDF form and upload it to them. Because they will very much be happy for it. And they have, like, thousands of books. Like, dear Christ, is insane. That's how I found, like, most of my books. It's whenever I'm looking for, like, any source material, I'll go on there and look for it if I know where the book, what book it's from. Anne plays in Friday as a cleric of a custom god called Crasp's Firehand. She uses a frying pan to hit people.
Magical frying
pan. Saturday in the pirate game, she's a druid. And the 5th ed game, she's a bow-using fighter. And Mark's game, she is a human wizard. Never played D&D like ever. Why not? I mean, is there something that stopped you from playing D&D? Or is it just never suited your fancy? Is there anything keeping you from trying D&D? Alright, so, Tiger, are you okay with possibly playing online? Because if you're okay with playing online, I highly recommend websites like Roll20 to find a group to play with. And, like, do a search for a group and see if there's one that fits your time schedule and get into a game that way. And try games like 5th Ed is a good starter game, definitely. The rules are very simple to understand. And it allows for a lot of good role play. And it's very well written. We have enough players, Sal. No such thing. So I recommend looking on Roll20, seeing if there's a group that you can join. That's always an option. You can always check Reddit. Reddit's also a good choice. If you want to search several Reddit boards, that's always an option. Facebook is always a good choice too. If you want to look into several like D&D groups on Facebook. Reddit's not a bad place if you're just don't look everywhere. Because Reddit can get wild.
Reddit is...
My better suggestion is honestly Roll20. Roll20, you can kind of tailor your search to be more of what you're looking for. And that is honestly your better option. Like, I would highly recommend that. Calculator. No, not off the top of my head. I feel like that's a joke. Oh, because I had my calculator up. Oh, jeez. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, this is gonna be... I'm gonna have to give them all names once I figure out what they're going to be. Pathfinder... PRD. We need rogues. Alright, but yeah, I'd recommend Roll20. That's a good starting point, because like on Roll20, if I could pull it out real quick, you could do community. Is it community or is it tools? Maybe games. There it is. There you go. You could do games, join a game, and then you could choose the game and say, let's go with D&D 5th Ed. Relevance, you have keywords. Let's find you a game, say that's new players. You could also say show games with mature content. Find games that are free to play, because that's probably good. And let's just say that. Free players. Boom. And here we go. Look at this. There's a bunch right here. Whole bunch. There are epic boat ton of things. And what it'll do is it'll give you like the GM, members since how long they're made, how many hours they've been playing Roll20, when their next game is, if they plan on using video and voice, how many open slots they have in their game, and what edition of the game they're doing, and how many players they have, and how many, like I said, open slots. They say role-playing game, welcomes new players, pickup game. And then, like I said, the name of the game and a description. And it's like... And then there's also, like, listing discussion. You can also see, like, what they're talking about. So, there's plenty of options. And they say total players needed as well, so there's that. So, there's plenty of cool options. Wow, this person's got 1,472 hours, 2,000 hours, 3,000 hours, Jesus, 5,000 hours. Oh, how many hours do I have? Oh my God, I'm afraid to look at mine. Okay, my profile. Whoops, I don't want my account. My profile.
Remember, this is just what we've done online too.
I know. Achievements, 10 hours, 50 hours, 10 different people, avatar, 50 different people, made over 5,000 rolls. Yeah, I did 5,000 rolls thanks to, you know, some of my players.
Hey, we didn't think it was going to crash the server.
Yeah, my wife and a few of my friends crashed the damn server. I have 3,674 hours. Jesus. Neat. I have 3,000 hours. Alright, so... what level rogue do I want these guys to be? Well, the party is... that... Deadly Spy, Dancing Dervish, Contract Killer. Well, I do want to figure out... oh, I gotta do a posture check. Damn you, Cell. Gotta sit up. It's hard to do a posture check in this chair sometimes because there's that little back cushion right next to my butt. It's like, this is not easy. Alright. Alright. Let us figure out what level these guys are going to be. Let's pull up my trusty Brock Jones die roller. I care about your back. I try, damn it. Alright. So, I at least want them to be level 7. So I'll do a D4 plus 7. So it's like 8 to 11. Yeah, 8 to 11 is good. First one is 10. Oof. Okay, level 10. So let's take all this. And put this in the notes. Is there a notes section? Yep, GM notes. Cool. It's HP 68. Okay, cool. 68, 68. Ah. Oh, he got it. Should I leave? I don't want to see stuff I shouldn't. What do you mean stuff? There's not going to be any stuff. Alright, so we got that. Oh no, I'm putting the guys down that Xander found. It's nothing that's a secret. I'm putting down the 6 dudes. I just gotta stat them out and name them. Because I is horrible with names. Which, by the way, audience, if you want to name 6 random Native American stabby stab rogues, have at it, hoss. Because I is suck at name. Level 8. Steven, Tyler, PJ. Like, is that 3 separate names, or is that all one name? I'm afraid to ask. It's a movie joke. I don't get the joke. I feel like I'm missing the joke.
Probably are.
The joke is left, and I missed it.
The train has left the station, and you missed the train.
Another 8. Okay, so I could just copy that one. Okay.
Why does it feel like no matter how much I do, I don't make a dent in anything?
Because... Oh, Jesus. What is that? Okay.
Huh? Right. Confused.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not know. Another... What is with this and give me the same number multiple times? But that's okay. Alright, so it's making my life easier. That's 4 out of the 6. Let's see if we can get another... That's 5 out of the 6.
Is he just... Are these invisible people he's found?
No, these are his friends.
Oh.
Alright, need 9. There's... Ah, yeah, fucking hell. She put an ice thing on my back of my neck. Bitch. Oh, god damn it. That was not fun. Oh my god, that was terrible.
I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did. You put something in my neck. Not fun.
You can't say you've never done the same shit to me.
Yeah,
I just got payback while you weren't paying attention for once.
Yeah, because I'm busy, you know, talking to people.
Which makes you the perfect target.
Yeah, uh-huh. Now I just gotta come up with names for these dudes. Alright.
I gotta sort through baskets of clothing. Again. Because kids.
Okay, when I search for prisoners, I don't want the prison. Sometimes Roll20 is not necessarily great at figuring out what y'all want. It kind of dumb. It's very dumb. Jesus. All right. Let's figure out what these guys are. What race are you? It's a human. Are you a human?
White or blue? Pick. Don't ask why.
Blue.
That's gonna start first.
Elf. Okay, so I got human and elf. Okay. Alright, well, one of them's getting named Steven. We're gonna name him Steven. Harlan. Steven Harlan. There you go. I don't. Bad with fucking names.
You were ever good at naming things?
No. Never great with naming things. Ever.
Ruby,
What?
you missed the joke. The joke has left the station.
Fuck you.
No, you want to do that.
Random gnome. Here we go. Random gnome name generator. Go! Jesus Christ. Okay, Texas Shadow Feast. There you go. That's you. You. There we go. That takes care of that. We need humans. Is that under pop culture, maybe? Hit on dragons. Human. Human! We got humans. Fuck, we're not great with humans. Roland. We'll go with that. Roland. Roland. Spec. Roland Spec. Females. Oh, Jesus. Nope. Allison. Okay, take that. And... Fuck, man. Charlene. Yeah, we'll go with that. There you go. There we go. That takes care of that. Oh, no, I missed one. Damn it. You're an elf, aren't you? Yeah, you're an elf. Dang it. Dang it. Gotta find elven names. Male. Cannot pronounce any of those. Cannot pronounce any of those. Jesus. God dang. There we go. That will work. I can pronounce that one. Jesus. Alright, so we got the 6 rogues that we need for the game done. So that takes care of that issue. Because I needed that for this game. So that takes care of Roll20. Alright. What is it, hun?
It looks like it's reported that Benedict Cumberbatch is being added to the D&D movie cast.
Nice. Benedict Cumberbatch is being added to D&D movie cast.
Reportedly.
Supposedly. Here is hoping
That
that
would be interesting.
he'd be a good addition. I feel like he'd be great. That would be...
He can play enough geek to be able to pull off that role.
Hey, he's played a wizard. You want to just put this back in the freezer? I don't want it right now.
I'm not getting up currently.
Okay, fine. Okay, go back to this. Alright. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, what happened to my phone? So many messages all at once. God damn. Okay. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Will you please stop sending me messages, phone? Oh my god. I just want my stupid code. Okay. Alright. Let us pause the music. Kill that, because we're turning on. I'll deal with that later. There we go. There we go. Oh, let's see if anybody's on in the Chill Town. Oh. Oh, Final Fantasy, since I've done all the discussion, hun, and you're busy.
I'm trying to sort through goddamn clothes. I can still talk.
Yeah, but you're not talking much. Yeah. And I'm doing something while talking, too. Either way, we can still talk about D&Ds in the shit. But, I believe someone also wanted to talk about how to make basically 1,000,000 gil, too. That was an option. I can discuss that, too. That is up to you guys.
You completely missed what I just did.
No, what?
Look at your desk.
Oh.
It actually hit your camera.
Oh, come on. Why you do that?
I'm your wife, and I could.
You're a shit.
You love me, though.
Yes, I do love you.
If I didn't pull stunts like that, you would wonder what was wrong with me.
Let's find out if anybody notices I'm there. Alright, time to feed the chocobos. There are 3 chocobos now. Hurrah. Donk. Oh, you fed them earlier? Okay, I'm feeding them again because you can feed them every hour. Which is the cool thing. Yeah, it has been a hot minute. Do you guys want me to join you in your chat?
That will not fit this winter.
I'll wait until she says otherwise or not.
That will not fit.
Because I'm not going to join a random chat while streaming. Unless everybody's cool with the idea. Because, you know, that's proper etiquette.
This won't fit her this winter.
There are a lot of things that don't fit our kids this winter.
What do you think I'm going through the winter clothes now? Anything that fits right now won't fit this winter.
Yeah.
That could actually still fit because that's a 6.
Oh, there we go. I do not want to grab all 700. Jesus Christ, no. I'll grab 100. Can I have 100 mil? I can't give you 100 mil, but I can teach you how to make 100 mil. Because I haven't started the process of making 100 mil yet. And I'm about to start working on that actually soon. That was actually one of the things I was going to start working on soon. Is mass producing guilt. I wanted to get my paladin up to 71 before I did it. So that way I can at least level him while making mass guilt. At least that was the idea. Alright. I could do roulettes. I have a lot of roulettes to do. I only have 2 mil right now. I need to actually work on it. I kind of figured it's Phobos. Alright, let's figure out what's going on here. There we go.
Okay, solid maybe. Got it.
Yeah, is there a difference? She's asking. Because like we
You
just
won't
aren't gonna
take as
do
much
it.
damage if we do it while we kill the ad.
Oh my god.
My own house, but
I
that's a competitive marker out there.
It's
Well-
a very competitive market.
well, I know of a way where we can make 100 million gil every 3 hours.
Yeah, we go and we all go in the company workshop and we start building houses. And
Oh,
we
no.
sell them.
Well, no, it involves actually no crafting.
I mean, it's not really necessarily crafting, it's workshop ing.
What's workshopping? Sorry, what's happening?
We can build house frames. You know those things that your retainer likes to steal all the time?
Yes.
It's
Here,
a racket.
Oh.
Master, I brought you a house frame even though you did not have
Oh, hi, look,
a house plot.
I found a dragon. A very
Well, speaking of that,
a very big and pissed off dragon.
they brought me 3 different rooftops.
Spicy.
Imagine you walk home and they done stole your roof. The
Oh,
whole thing.
I'm missing the actual land to put the entire house down.
Oh, so the person that ended up winning the housing wars behind my place
yeah.
was one of the ones that had the bot macro set up.
Of course they did.
Any fucking time you want to attack those guys.
Yeah, my roommate set up a bot macro on Marlboro to get her house
Like, just why?
because they want a house that fucking badly.
I'm guessing buying a house is a bit
It's
more.
the saying that Bo Burnham taught me. You can't beat them, join them.
Oh yeah. Some people
Well,
just
I mean, we had a lacrosse coach who said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, so
Jesus
He was
Christ.
right.
art.
God, I got
Yeah,
something in my
figuring it was
eye and
hard.
it's bothering me. Oh, I got lit on fire.
You say something is in your eye, don't even get Phobos started.
Hey, we're not talking about this right now.
Oh, he got that one. I'll get that one.
We don't know what it is yet.
I'm gonna go with it's possibly a die. I wanna look at the positives.
What's the negatives?
And just
The
expect
other
all the
option.
housing to be bogged.
God dang.
The negatives are option 2. Vague.
Level. You can attack the bubble too.
Oh my god.
No, it doesn't make any sense, but you can indeed attack the bubble in the bubble.
If you do the thing and you don't fuck it up,
Fuck
It
your
just
voice.
works.
it works. It just works.
Yeah, we started talking about D&D on the stream and like suddenly Cell just immediately perked up and like, did someone talk about D&D?
Hello?
Hello, I do.
I also do the DN of these.
Yeah, and then she tried recruiting someone too. It was like, I want to recruit the person to D&Ds.
I'm in recruit mode.
I've noticed.
Team get all the bitches.
Fuck, they just give money.
Let me get bitches.
16-year-old me is
Fuck money, get
six,
bitches. Is that what you just said?
16-year-old me's got me by the collar, going, but where are the bitches and the money?
Yeah, where they at, though?
Where they at?
Oh my
That was the
god.
entire joke in my high school. Instead of saying, fuck bitches, get money, they kept saying, fuck money, get bitches, and get lazy. And that was just stuck with me since.
Oh man, come on.
Flaming pudding potato.
So yeah, next week Anne gets to experience Warhammer 40k.
Nice.
Playing what faction?
Oh no, we're not playing a faction. It's the Bricky Every Faction Explained videos.
No, I still have to. Oh, I need to buy all my paints. Put together.
So that's gonna get fun, like a lot.
I still have my wood as well. I have not.
So those of you who played 40k, which faction do you think is gonna anger Anne the most?
Which? I mean,
Oh,
which
that
check are
is
you
a
doing?
good question.
What was
Well,
that?
what does she hate the most?
People.
Well, no, we're doing both videos. Just we're gonna do video 1 next week and then video 2 the following week.
I don't know, she'll probably hate Nurgle.
Maybe Nurgle and Slanesh.
Anything from the Imperium. They go deep into the lore.
Nurgle and Slanesh. Which one do you think she'll like the most?
Um,
Or hate the least?
the nuns.
The
I don't know,
nuns.
she might not like
Owl,
Corn.
maybe?
She really might not like Corn.
I
Corn?
feel
Or-
like Anne secretly is a coordinate.
You think?
Bang corn is
100%.
awesome.
You think Anne's a coordinate?
100%. I feel like she would destroy you.
Honest, I hear people talking good on my Nurgle cup.
Yeah,
That does
Nurgles
look
are
good,
great.
but it is creepy. Did you post that in pics and stuff?
I posted it in Ruby. I can move it over.
The best thing about the Nurgle is that when you're playing a game against someone, you can just taunt them the entire time. Just Nurgle.
Uh-oh.
I killed somebody by them looking at my face in the last game we played.
You didn't kill him.
He damn near died. I might as well have killed him.
She became, what's the word?
Catatonic.
Yes. And he curled up in a ball and cried.
Now I have him on my back.
Now,
Voices have to-
now remember, boys and girls, Papa Nurgle loves you just the way you are.
Slanesh wants you to be the best you can be.
Slash wants you to be the worst you can be. Fuck you talking about.
No, that is the best you. I don't know what you're talking about. Thought game's strong.
all
I mean,
just
Slash literally got a sex, drugs, and rock and roll, so.
become a custodian and accept the Emperor as your savior.
Oh yeah. Spicy's done.
Looks like I got time for one more Master Lost sector.
I don't remember them all anymore. Where is it?
Then I got to let the
My
dog
spicy
out and go to bed.
I think I have to cover up with the sisters as their custodians for the next crusade. Quite possible she might just hate the orcs.
I don't
No,
know.
I think Anna will love the orcs.
I think she'll like the orcs. I think the orcs are gonna make her laugh.
Oh yeah, they do speak that like rural British slang.
She's seen me play orcs before, and she's already referred to them as RNGesus take the wheel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're especially with the new Codex update, they look incredible.
She also found it funny that I literally just picked up like a giant bucket of dice and just dropped it on the table when I played orcs.
I asked if that was technically necessary.
And she asked me if it was necessary, and I said it was completely and utterly necessary.
Yep. Every that you earn and throw it at the table.
I had 5 squads of boys, and they were still full squads, of boys. And I just went, RNGesus, take the wheel, and just dumped the bucket.
They are just like a high eating.
One of the dumbest things I know about tossing dice at the table is if you run a squad of corn berserkers, you can do about like 100 some odd fucking melee attacks in one turn.
Yeah, it was for me. It was 5 squads of boys charging while wogging and going into melee.
Damn bird outside sounds like a car alarm.
It was great. It was just like, whoa!
Captain Snowflake.
I decided to just be like, fuck it. I want to run an army that is just complete, utter bullshit and stupid.
Just do it. Just play custodians, play with the Terminator Dreadnought, and have everyone hate you for the rest of your life.
I'm just gonna put that in there so that was gonna keep leaking water on my desk.
I felt so bad.
Yeah, so that orcs are like ultimate just wog everything.
Orcs.
I have a friend who plays orcs, and every time the crusade, he kept telling me these must be my golden kids.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Mm-hmm.
we're ready. Whatever, like
Okay,
you are.
sorry.
Like,
I was trying to fix a chat that had a bunch of stuff I didn't want in there.
Oh yeah, no worries. I was just letting you know. Like I have my mic on mute because like I'm singing and whatnot, and I don't want anyone to hear me. I suck at it.
I'm actually surprised how relatively new I am to 40k since I started technically playing this year. Since the last time I touched it was in like
All right.
2007.
So you guys think that Space Nun she's gonna like the best out of the Imperium? Who do you think she's gonna hate out of the Imperium?
Probably Blood Ravens.
What was that, man?
Blood Ravens, most likely.
Blood Ravens?
Yeah.
I could see the Blood Ravens being the thing she hates the most, especially since someone she knows is a big fan of them, and she's not a particular fan of that person.
Well, it's like they're also kind of like the Chaos, but they're not, and it's like
they're also like super into Sanguinius.
Yep.
Did you want the
Blood Ravens?
The Blood Ravens are super into their old leader that died.
And their old matriarch is not a welcome person.
No, that's putting it mildly.
Yeah. Also, we all know psychers are just messed up people in general.
Yeah, that's Blood Ravens. There was the other faction that was also red. What were they?
Blood Angels?
Not Blood Eagles. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. It was Blood Ravens, and then there was the other one. They're often referred to as the Thieving Magpies. Or the Bloody Magpies.
Blood Ravens are the Magpies.
Are they the Magpies?
Yeah, you're thinking the ones who are like super obsessed with their Primarch are the Blood Angels.
Blood Angels, okay. Yeah. My friend plays the Blood Angels all the time.
Speaking of tossing Warhammer stuff, do I put the pictures in? Do we put it in Songbirds or Chilltown?
Chilltown.
Yeah.
Put in cool stuff.
The standard phrase for the Blood Ravens is hippity hoppity, where the fuck is my property?
Hippity hoppity, I took your property.
Oh yeah, or hippity hoppity, I took your property.
Basically, it has to be some kind of Space Marine faction because all the non-Space Marine Imperium stuff are generally less egregious.
Yeah, the least egregious faction I gotta say though is definitely the Salamanders. Like
And Space Marines, yeah, I would say.
No, out of all of them, like the salamanders are like really kind of cool. They're like, hey, let's actually save lives and be really chill and help people. They're like, we're into fire, we're into like saving people, and we're into cuddling.
Let's
Alright.
not hurt. Let's not kill any civilians.
No,
and let
it's
them
like-
out our child.
If you can add custodians to that list, they only do atrocities when they're told to. Otherwise, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have to
but
admit it,
but
I don't hit Astro.
but at least the the salamanders do things where but the custodians don't.
When we say shit
Do
about
things? How
atrocities,
dare you? Us custodians do things. We've just not needed 90% of the time.
No, your version of doing things is standing around collecting dust and every now and then polishing the corpse of the emperor.
Focusing
Well,
on
that,
balance.
and then go on a crusade and completely exterminate until they don't exist anymore.
Or oiling their own abs.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with oiling your own abs. How dare you?
Oh yeah. Excuse me. When this theme has become the damn theme for the friggin' custodies, for like most of the examples, then this is a problem.
heard it.
Ow.
Yeah.
The version you're looking for is called "Awaken My Quivering Abs." It's got more metal to it.
Okay, fair enough. Details, but that song has become
Semantics.
their theme now.
Fine.
Back on the topic of talking about atrocities in Warhammer, the primary weapon of the main faction everyone knows is literally a war crime.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let's be brutally honest. Almost everything in Warhammer 40k is a war crime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the entire thing is a genocide of massive proportion of
All right, let's like. There's this guy on TikTok that's talking about like how most D&D spells are a war crime. I'm literally just gonna like, if this guy ever turned and looked at Warhammer 40k, I'd look at him and just go, everything here's a war crime. Don't even fucking bother.
The thing I find most horrifying is the weakest weapon in the entire universe, the las gun.
It's a flashlight.
Specifications. If you look at specifications, it has the same kinetic energy as the round fired out of an M1 Abrams.
Yeah, it literally busts through concrete. It never jams. It like
It'll blow you in half.
it will like it'll blow you in half. It like blows arms off at the freaking like the socket. All this horrifying shit, and it's like it's the weakest weapon in the game.
I have flashlight.
It's a joke. It's jokingly referred to as a flashlight. It's like, what the fuck is it? This is the shit we're dealing
The
with.
las gun is used to mark targets for bigger guns.
I cannot wait to show her the breaking videos for this shit, because she's gonna be like, the fuck.
Can I have just a second? I need to move something on my head.
Oh my god, it's just like, what the fuck are we getting into here?
Okay, we're good.
We are not doing the mechanics for this fight, and I'm okay with
You're
that.
the one who has the mechanics are for cars macro.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I have to post it now.
As stated, they said fucking mechanics are for cars, so they turn Titan into a car.
Yep.
You were
Yep.
Bobos.
Alright, where is the allow this place for other people?
Now you get the balance group. Adds out.
I just want my updated codex for custodies, and now I got one for my sisters. I need to get it though. I want a physical copy. The
That's
books look
audio.
So nice.
Okay, so. Oh, dynamic voice. Oh, that's volume. Okay. How do I turn it down? I guess that's in here? I don't know.
Tommy.
Oh,
I just hit the snowball once and we killed the boss.
Okay. There's what's going on. Hello. There we go. Voice volume. Apparently is that. That shouldn't be too loud now. Alright, we only got a few minutes left, so I am going to kill the stream here in a bit. A little early today. We were late. We were late yesterday. I mean, we went to like almost 10 yesterday. Alright. So give me a second. I'm going to mute myself on Discord, and then I'll finish doing the stream stuff. Alright, folks. So that is the stream for today. Thank you for watching. We are going to find someone to raid. Let's see if we can find us someone to raid. Sprout and Stormblood. Are you? This Pilot Dave going to Medieval, but you are doing. Please tell me. I think we can raid you. Okay, we will raid that. Let's raid some shit. Alright, as soon as the ad goes away. Alright. So we get that taken care of. Once the ad goes away. Come on. Alright, I see a black screen. What? Oh, there we go. Yep, she's in Stormblood now. Alright. So, the streamer we're going to raid, she is doing no spoilers, even though she doesn't say it on the bottom of her thing. So, please.
I was gonna hate Astro. I don't hate Astro.
No, this is not the one that irritated me. This is not the one who did Subnautica.
That show's pretty fun.
So, please, for the love of all that's good and holy, don't spoil her stuff. Raid channel. Gara. So let us raid the channel. So thank you for joining the stream. Remember that you're cared for. Welcome. We're coming towards the end of Pride Month, so please take care of yourself. Join us for Unplanned Gaming next Monday, and we'll have a blast then. We'll play some more Final Fantasy XIV, and soon we'll be streaming our D&D game on Saturdays for Wild Island. So we'll be having fun with that. And I hope to see you all soon. You all keep having fun with whatever hobbies you enjoy, and you guys keep having fun gaming, alright? Catch you all later. Toodles. Raid in with 2 viewers in a few seconds. Alright, raid time.
Water. I discovered a new location, but still no water.
Raid time. Raid time. Oh,
Where?
you raiding?
What does water look like on this map? For the love of God. Here. Oh, thank you, Dumlin. This is what water looks like, but I don't see
Raid time.
any water in any of these orange areas, really.
How did that?
Welcome
did
in,
those get
Ruby.
knocked out of that bubble?
I don't know.
Well, if I know.
Welcome in, Ruby.
Good night.
Thank you so much for the raid.
Wow.
Is water wet? I guess.
Minions assemble!
This seems incorrect. Raid time. Hi, Ruby. How was your stream? Can we get a shout out for Ruby, please? Can we please get a shout out for Ruby? Still no water here. Maybe some water there. Destination here. Still no water there. Sorry, you're good. Perhaps there are gulo lurking nearby. I will put one here.
Alright.
Hey, it's a gulo.
Hold open back.
Oh, there's several of there's several gulos. Oh god, don't be dead.
I'm gonna hope they give me an
Herp,
option
derp,
as a
derp,
paladin
derp,
to
derp,
be
derp,
simple
herp, derp.
and just have it like drain all my mana.
Has anyone
Also,
ever
have
told
it
you?
down as, like,
Try to get him into a
No, there's more than a hula gulo. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's gonna be
very highly
too small.
doubt it.
Size 4s and size 5s.
Nobody asked for your help, sir.
I want to rent.
Literally nobody asked for you to be here. You're a mata
Play
mata.
healer.
I want a gulo
I don't
gulo.
want to heal.
The no rest
Yeah.
Gulo
Play
gulo.
red mage then.
Not mata
Or
mata.
summoner.
We already know what's my problem with casters.
Okay.
We know that.
Slow.
It is.
Can I ride you real quick? Can I just mount you? Alright. Okay, just read the description of the destination spots. Gotcha.
Oh, the Starbucks gift